Hi there, everyone. How are you doing today? Today, we're going to do a career and finances collective reading. Career and finances. We all want to know, hi, Neha. We all want to know about our money and about what's going to happen in 2023 in regards to career and finances and money. Hi, Celsi. Hi, Leandra. Thank you so much. Hi, Trend Zone. Neha, you're so nice. What sign are you, Neha? Hi, Calories Girl. How are you? Hi there, True Miscus. How's everybody doing tonight? So, yeah, I think we're going to do a career and finances collective reading tonight. Hi, Krishma. Yes, I'm feeling much better today. I got busy, so that's what I did. I got busy last night, and so just starting, we start new every day and we just get up and keep doing what we're supposed to do, and then eventually the right thing will happen. So, as long as we're doing the work, then we will get noticed or whatever. So let me get my camera a little bit. Oh, you're an Aquarius. I am an Aries. Aquarians are cool. Oh, thank you, Trenzone. Oh, thank you, Trumiscus. Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. So, yeah, I think we're going to talk about money and jobs and career and what's going to happen in 2023. Oh, you're a Leo, a Cancer. Nice, nice. I have Cancer rising. We all wish we were Leo. Leo is like the coolest sign, like they rule the world. It's a Leo's world and we all live in it. Nice, Ruby. Represent. Ooh, a Sagittarius from New Orleans. Hi, Humanchi. How are you? Gemini, Calories Girl. Lose it at, but Gemini is definitely like a calorie burner. Good morning. It is kind of late here. It's a little late here. It's 9:30 p.m. in Oregon. Very dark. Oh, Capricorn. Very nice. My moon is in Capricorn. Oh, you saw your crush. I hope you keep seeing him. That's really great. Hi, Yellowtail Beauty. Hi there, sweetie. Hi there. Hi there. Thank you so much, Yellowtail Beauty. I swear, you guys just make my night. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm doing good. Tonight, we're going to do a career and finances. Oh, you're a Libra. Oh, it's 11:03 a.m. in India. So that makes sense. Normally, I'm on here like, thank you. Normally, I'm on here a little bit earlier. Thank you. So are you. You're so awesome. You're just so amazing. Um, Let me see here. Taurus. Wow, I have Venus in Taurus. Capricorn, Kentucky. Capricorn in Kentucky. That could be like a name of a book or something. Capricorn from Kentucky. I don't know why. I just like saying that. Thank you, Himachi. Okay, you guys. So I am just going to jump on into this career and finances collective. I don't know how long I'll be live for tonight. Of course, if anyone wants to pay for a reading, it is $30 and I take Cash App and Venmo. I'm Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo, and I would be happy to give you a personal, in-depth, crazy good reading on this live. If you would like a private reading, we can do that too. You can schedule at Psychic Stina and use code FESTIVE, FESTIVE, to get a 20% discount for the holiday season. So All right, Career and Finances Collective. We're going to do this. So, what does everybody do for a living? What does everybody do for a living? How do you work? Like, how do you make your money? Show me in the comments. What do you do for a living? So, what is your job? Thank you, Ocho. You're so sweet. Office manager. Woo! That's a lot of work. All right. What else? What else you guys do? Do you I guess you have to go into the office fit after 50. You have to go into the office. Work in insurance. Really? Do you sell insurance? Research coordinator. Ooh, you're a surgeon. I used to work for a nonprofit that did research. What kind of surgeon? Pratibha, a banker. Ooh. So you're under a dark cloud, Ocho. Well, that's okay. We can get you out from under that dark cloud. I feel like I'm under a dark cloud, so we're both under a dark cloud. So let's get out of the dark cloud. Finance, caretaker till your mom passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, True Miscus. Actuarial analyst. What's that? What's that? Oh, a Kaliyag Puran as a tarot card reader. Well, good luck. I hope you're making money with that. It is a little hard to make money in the tarot card business. Krishma. So you work for a medical company. Wow, these are really great jobs. You guys are so like advanced. The only way is up. You know, when you have nothing left to lose. You know what I mean? So you just give it all you got. If you have nothing, you have nothing to lose. So you just give it all you got. Hi there, Dr. Flossy Floss. A home attendant. What is a home attendant? What does a home attendant do? Working from home. All right. Well, I'm Stina, and I'm a business owner. I own Psychic Stina, and I'm a local psychic here in Oregon. I was a Hollywood psychic until I moved. You're a student, basically works in an insurance company. So you do like ABA, and taking care of your little sister that has autism. That's really great. That's really great. I have some experience in applied behavior analysis as well. Used to live in Portland. That's pretty cool. So I have a small business. I'm in Oregon. So I'm south of Portland. I'm south of Portland, Oregon. And I'm a social media influencer. Well, I don't know. My family, they don't say that I'm an influencer. They say, no, it wasn't. I just was like, I would do parties and stuff like that. I was in Oxnard. So I didn't have like a shop that people would go to, but I would go to people's houses for like big bachelorette parties and girls' night outs and stuff. I would do parties. A law dropout. Ooh, a law dropout. Hi there, Doe. We are doing a career and finances collective reading. So what do you do for a living? What is your career? What is your career? We have a lot of people in insurance and finance and banking and research, and there's a lot of people here doing a lot of things. Yes. So now you're working full-time doing something else. So yeah, things are changing. My life is quickly changing. You're into truth. Well, truth is a good thing to be into. That is a good thing to be into. If you can sell truth, that's even better. I guess we're all selling something. Waiting for your next round of interviews to work at a hospital. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. So I'll tell you guys what I did. I'll tell you what I did. I went onto Indeed and I did a it's good. It's good. I made a resume. I made a resume last night and I've been applying for social media jobs. So I have no idea like what is going to happen, but I figure, I know social media, maybe somebody could use somebody like me to help them out. So this career and finances collective, I like to when I read myself, I read others. Like that's like I always believe that when you are psychically reading somebody else, you're reading yourself, but then also when you want to that's nice. So when you're reading others, you're also reading yourself. And so if you want to read yourself, you can read others. So we are doing career and finances collective. So I just want to see some questions. Like what are some questions that you guys have about like employment and money? Like what is like going around? Um, I have a book. I have a book, and I'm working on an astrology book. I'm actually an author. You can, if you Google my name, Stina Garbus, I'm it, and just like look at news. You see just tons of articles for Bustle that and Reader's Digest and stuff. I am an author, and so I'm working on a book called "What's Your Problem?" It's Saturn. Oh, what's my skin routine? Oh, I use like tonics, like serums and hyaluronic acid, and I use like different types of night creams and day creams and face oils and cleansers, also with amino acids. I'm like, I do like so much to my skin routine. No, if you would like a private, like a personal reading on this live, it is $30 to get a reading on this live, and I would be happy to answer any questions. This is a collective reading that I'm reading. I have several people. I'm on several different platforms at the same time, and so we are just talking. So whatever. So if you would like to add to the conversation, feel free to add to the conversation. If you try to sell your services on my live, you will be blocked. So, but yeah, if you would like to talk about what you do for life and like what you're feeling, yeah, you can join the conversation. Just answer questions when I call out for questions, or just answer my questions when I call out for questions. Okay, so let's see here. Career and finances collective. I think I am good. I think I'm good. I'm sorry, I'm not going to like invite you onto the live. If you would like a personal reading on this live, it is $30. So we're just chatting. Have I done the collective love? No, I'm doing a collective career and finances reading right now. Ooh, but the first two cards are the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. So of course, when the cards come out, they do like to talk about love. And so, oftentimes career readings can cross into, hi, sweetie. Mwah. Hi, sweetie. Welcome home.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're home.
Need anything?
No, I have coffee and a hydroxycut.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let me know if you need it.
Okay. So oftentimes readings, they'll play double duty. So they'll be about career and finances, but they'll also be about your love life. If this is talking about a love life, then this would be like you have an intense love in your life, but that you're torn. But now but I'm looking at this for career. Is he my husband? He's my partner. He is my partner. I am not married, but he is my partner, so it's close enough. Close enough. He's really sweet. We live together. That's my Rob man. He's so hot. I love him. So, um, so here we go. Now, now it says here you get the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. Thank you, Himanchi. Thank you, Kaliyug. Thank you, Pratibha. Trumiscus. You guys are great. Yeah, everybody saw my handsome man. He's very handsome. Thank you, Joe. Yes, he is very acceptive of my talent. He is great. He is great. He's he's my man. He's my man. He stands by my side. So, the first card is the Ace of Cups. So we live in third eye kiss. We live in a land and in a world of abundance. We live in a world of abundance, and we all have this purpose and we all have this mission. And, they say that if you use your strengths every day in your job, um, yes, I'm very fortunate to have him in my life. So if we use our strengths in our job, then we'll feel as if whatever we're doing is a calling. And so what do you love to do? So you guys have told me what you do for a living. What would you like to do for a living? Or are you doing what are you doing what you are liking to do? What is it that you do that, I mean, do you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, or are you looking to expand? Are you looking to do more? And I am very proud of what I do. Very proud of what I do, but I'm looking to expand and grow and do something else. I want to pivot. That's a big word and these days is like, how can you pivot? How can you take the skills that you have and how can you maneuver it in a different way to do something else and to expand your life and to grow even more? Like, how can you continue to grow? So you want to travel the world with your man. Pratibha, if you want to travel the world with your man, how do you want to save the world while you're traveling? How do you want to save the world? We can save the world through so many different ways. So the first card is the Ace of Cups, that we live in a world of abundance and a world of opportunity, and that we are magnetized and drawn to our course of action that we're supposed to be involved in. And our talents and things are used to expand the world, to expand our companies that we work for. It's like our skills enhance everyone that we interact with. You want to get promoted in your job by next year. I hope so too. And so it's crossed by the Lovers. So sometimes some people think like, okay, well, I have to work. Okay, beware, Doe, of scammers in on Facebook. Beware of scammers on Facebook. Like, just report them and block them. So it says that that you may be confused with what you love to do versus the opportunity that you have. And so if you guys go to my link tree, you wonder if this job going to call you because it's been a whole week. Well, you can just keep looking. I applied to a place today. They said sometimes it takes 2 weeks for them to get back to you. Your is to sing and give love to those that are suffering, that have cancer, or that are homeless. You went to an interview last Monday. Yeah, that person was a scammer. Yeah, they were a scammer. Um, They have directed you to a message, love, check your inbox. Yeah, that's a scammer. That's a scammer on here trying to, they want your money. They're, you know, there's tons of them. Tons of them. Yeah, so just beware. Just block them. If they try to add you as a friend, like, just block them. And their picture probably isn't who they are, and their name is a lie. They're 100% scammer. So, hi there, Banjuri. So, all right. So, Ace of Cups crossed by the Lover. So we have an opportunity, and we may be, and what we want in our lives may be different from our opportunities. So, on my Linktree / Psychic Stina. If you go down, there's a quiz called the VIA Institute of Character Strengths, or you could go to the VIA Institute of Character Strengths. If you do it through my Linktree, then I get your answers. But if you're not a client, you don't necessarily need to do that. But it will tell you what your character strengths are, which can lead you to getting the type of job that works with you. Or you can find out what your character strengths are that you can use in your day-to-day work. Like, one of my character strengths is perception. Like, I like to perceive things in different ways and spin the perspective and spin the perception, and so that's like one of my character strengths is, how can I look at this from a different angle? That's something that I do. So what are your character strengths? What is it that you do really well? What is it that you do really well? This is a career and finances collective. If you would like a reading on this live, it is $30. Finding a solution. Yes, finding a solution. Finding a solution is very good. Hi, Clayton, Michael, Reiki. Thanks for joining my live. Your passion is music and singing. Yes, I sing as well. I love to sing. I love to sing. I had my own opera company at one point. I was the chief officer of an opera company. So now it says that, like, beneath you get the Three of Swords and the King of Wands. So I'm trying to think, like, what does this mean? What is your support? Is your support? Oh, you love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. Absolutely. I have an associate's degree in music, actually, and I've sing opera and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I used to sing in clubs. I used to sing jazz in clubs in San Francisco. Um, yes, he does love me, and absolutely. Oh, you love to sing too. Oh, that's so cool, Miss Kiss. Aw, I'm so sorry you lost her. They're treasures with us. But sometimes when you hear a special song, you'll know that she's thinking of you. So, so the King of Wands, Three of Swords. So, I mean, if this was like yes, singing is very therapeutic. This is a love reading, then this would be like, you have to be careful to betray the people you love. But then this can also be like, be careful to not betray your talents by doing something that is beneath you, or like not using your talents to the full extent of their capabilities. You know how some people, when they do a job, they kind of don't give a shit. Like if you go get fast food or something and they just kind of hand you the bag and they're like, whatever. And some people are like, hi, welcome. I'm so glad to see you. What can I do? Like how much passion do you pour into your job? And it's like, how much passion do you pour in, and how much passion does it suck out of you? Are you doing something that you're passionate about, or are you doing something to get by? And if you're doing something just to get by, was I a teacher? No, I'm just a psychic, but we teach. So we do something to get by. My family is, I come from a family of teachers, though, actually. Um, so so the three of swords, like are we betraying ourselves? Are we holding ourselves back from doing more? Can we do more? Are we scared to do more? Are we trying to keep up with other people's perceptions of us? Are we doing what our family wants us to do, as opposed to doing what we want to do? Are you wasting time just doing, oh, you're a teacher, Gally, that's really cool. Are you wasting time doing nothing instead of digging into your pursuits? Like, how are you robbing from yourself? Thank you so much, Joe. So how are you robbing yourself? How are you, what are you doing that is betraying your goals when it comes to your career and your finances? Is there something more that you can be doing? Can you be looking for something more? Can you be expanding your skills? Can you be expanding your skills? Like, what can you do? This is a career and finances collective. You can tell me, I'm not doing free readings. That's not what I do anymore. So this is a collective. If you would like to pay for a reading, it is $30. It is $30 to get a reading on this live. So you get the Six of Wands and King of Pentacles. So you're doing it for your inner self that makes you happy with love. uh Perfecting a piece, human. I don't know if I understand. So you get the King of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. How's there's somebody in your life that is very proud of you. There is somebody that is so proud of you, and they think that you're doing an amazing job. And it seems that in the past you've done very well. You've done very well for yourself. We all have highs and lows. Sometimes we do great, other times we do what we can. I mean, I don't know if anybody is like on like 100%. Bob Proctor was my mentor, and he seemed to be on 100%, and I really admire that. I feel like in a lot of ways, the King of Pentacles is my Bob Proctor. Like, who was it in your life that egged you on, that said, you are a spiritual being and you can do absolutely anything. You can make your yearly income your monthly income. You can grow, 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 grow beyond your wildest dreams. But then how are you betraying yourself from getting to your wildest dreams? And are you letting past success foretell your future success, by staying stuck? You don't want to stay stuck. So it says that, now let me see here. I'm kind of taking a look at this. It says there's going to be a big change, but in the near future, you may try to do something, setting people straight on a full knowledgeful state. Oh, so you may be trying to get out of the house and to expand your benefits, to expand your life. And it says that you take control, that this year you're going to take control, and that you're going to put yourself out there in a way that you've never put yourself out there before. And people are going to notice. It may not be the first time you put yourself out there, you may not get results, but if you keep going, when you like cut down a tree and you're like have this axe, like you hit the tree with the axe, but that's not going to make the tree fall over. Like, you have to keep hitting the tree with the axe, and then you got to keep sharpening the axe so that you can keep hitting the tree. You have to keep sharpening your skills, and you have to keep, and when you hit that axe. Yes, this is a collective reading about career. If you have, what do you do, Gally? What do you do for work? So like, to cut down that tree, you got to make that groove, so you got to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and sharpening your skills even more, and then doing more, and then the tree will fall. And so you are the holder of your axe, and you're also the sharpener of your axe, and you're wielding. The harder you hit, the bigger the dent. Yeah, you gotta go for it. You gotta really go. teaching little ones English. Ah, that's so sweet. Yeah, and so you got to like keep sharpening your skills, keep sharpening your skills and going for what you want. And but it's hard. It's hard to break out of your shell and to head towards what you want. That's a hard thing to do, especially if we're used to, going home and taking a nap and eating dinner and going to bed. But what if you went home and you hi Mama Cup J, and you worked on your resume, or you looked for jobs, or you took a class, or what can you do? Classes are so incredible these days. Everything is remote. Hi there, girl. We're doing a finances and collective career reading. What do you do for a living, Mama Cup J? What is your job? So, so yes, so the Four of Wands. Oh, but this is very important. This is very important. There's wielding the axe, but it's also who do you interact with and how good are you interacting with people? I get very snarky. Does anybody else get snarky? Like when you're interacting with people and you're trying to grow, you need to have this sense of serenity. There's this book called As a Man Thinketh. And oh, you're a caregiver. Ooh, so then this applies to you. So you have to be very patient and you have to be serene. And so it's like the cool, calm, collected person. Oh, you're a spiritual fighter. That's really great. So if you have this cool head and you're collected and you're strong and you think and respond instead of reacting out of anger, then people will come to you for your assistance. They'll believe in you. They'll come to you for your help. Interacting with people, serenity is really needed. Yes, you have to know how to respond. And boy, I'm a reactor. You're very analytical and a thinker. Yes, I have the in the past, I've walked out on jobs. Has anybody walked out on a job? Like, has anyone walked out? In the past, many years ago, you know, I had this I had this one boss who told me to check his email and it was full of porn. And so I was like, this is bullshit. I don't want to do this. So I walked out. I called my represent oh, you were there for 2 hours? Yeah, I was there for, like, a few weeks. I was temping, and he asked me to check his personal email, and it was all porn. It was all porn, and I said, "This is ridiculous." Ooh, it's a hydroxycut mango. Um, I got them at grocery outlet. And so sometimes you have to walk out, sometimes there are certain things that you're like, this is ridiculous. Like there's no reason why I need to stay here. And so I don't know. It's like what is that balance between finding a good job and working with a good team of people, or like working with people who just suck you dry? Has anyone had a boss that just sucked them dry? Oh, I was having that, Mama Cup J. I was having Coke Zero Sugar, caffeine free on Thanksgiving. Normally, I take decaffeinated. I'm a caffeine drinker. So, has anyone had like the boss that absolutely just you wish that you were just somewhere else, that you just couldn't handle it? I maybe when I was in my 20s, I maybe in my 20s. Oh, hi, Daria. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you. Your boss hit you. That's intense. Very disrespectful. Yeah, some bosses can be rough. I've had some very rough bosses. I gave um yeah, some bosses are like truly hard to work with. Some bosses are truly hard to work with. Yeah, that's very gnarly, Peter. I'm I've never yeah, some can be really mean, and, what is that movie? It was like The Hollywood Story or something like that, where, like, the Hollywood agents are all, like, really awful to deal with. My mom said working in Hollywood, you have to deal with, like, really, like, abusive people. And so I don't think that we have to subject ourselves to abuse. Hold on a second. Devil Wears Prada. Yeah. But doesn't she change? Come here, pups. Doesn't she change? Doesn't she get better? You used to look forward to leaving and finding an excuse to go to the bathroom. Oh my goodness. Oh, see that dough? It's another scammer. Be careful. P.S. Love Jolly is a scammer. Beware if they message you. Oh, he was a pest. If somebody messages you from my chat on Facebook, beware, it's a scammer. You should report and block them. So yeah, you know. So maybe finding a job with like a oh, well, good night. The recording will be up tomorrow, so you can feel free to come back and enjoy my readings anytime. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. So, 4 of Wands, Ace of Swords. Whew. You got to find a team that you work well with. But also, they say that Bob Proctor had said this, that he had no, I don't curse. I do not curse people. I curse though. I say bad words, but I do not curse people. So they say that that when you oh, hi Sherry, we are doing a career and finances collective. What do you do for a living? So he said that when he worked alone, he did very well, but that when but when he got somebody to help him, that when he got somebody to help him, that his that his money expanded, that when he got people to help him, he was able to expand his money, and it took off. So when people, so when people bond together, then they create much more money and much more and have much more influence than if it's just one person. Collaborations are more powerful than just one person acting alone. And so if you have synergy, then it's great, but you have to be willing to work with others. Hi there. We're doing a career and finances collective. What do you do for a living, Carlos? So 7 of Cups above. This is kind of funny. Above, you think, well, if I look, I should be able to find something, right? Like, hi, Mandy. We're doing a career and finances collective. What do you do for a living? And we are just going along in this reading. And so we're kind of saying, hey, you've done well in the past, but what can you do more? What can you do more? How can you expand? How can you expand? How can you do more? And how can you work with others in order to have more influence than others? So it says that you can look forward, and you imagine that if you just look online, you're able to find a job. I mean, do people find jobs in the newspaper anymore? Do people do that? I haven't opened up like a physical newspaper except for to wrap like dishes. Haven't, like, except for to wrap something. You know, does anybody look? I found jobs in the newspaper before. I've done that. So, how do you find jobs? How do people tell me where do you guys go? I checked out Indeed. I went on Indeed, but there's like Monster, like where did you guys find the jobs that you work for? How did you find them? I'm dying to know. Did you find them online? Did you find them on Craigslist? Did you find it through a you find job used to be at a penny saver app. My mom did a dating back before online dating. She put out an ad in the penny saver. Zip Zip Recruiter. Indeed. Yeah, I went on to Indeed. So we have another person, Indeed. So thank you. So Glassdoor. Oh, I haven't heard of Glassdoor. Let me write that down. Glassdoor. Glassdoor, Zip Recruiter. I'm taking notes because it's all about expanding and doing more, you know. So how do you find these? I hear there's the Panther Group. The Panther Group, you can find remote jobs in in this world by going to the Panther Group. Like there's different places where you can find a job. So where else have you found a job? I think I used to temp. I used to temp for like account temps and office team. I was a bookkeeper for a long time. Sugar Skulls, hi there. And you found one saying looking full-time wife. You can fill in the blanks on Penny Saver. Yeah. Yeah, my mom, she did a online date or she it was called she would call up this line. It was like taking an ad out in Penny Saver, and so there was the ad in the Penny Saver, and then you would call this number, and whoever liked your ad, they could leave you a message, and then you had this message like, "Hi, I'm so and so, and I'm like this, and I'm like that, and I'm looking for this and that," and then people would be like, "Hi, babe, I'm so and so," and I just remember she called it and she put it on speaker, and it said matchmaker, matchmaker. I just remember. I just remember her calling up Penny Saver. Demolition, cleaning and stuff. You've done prison time. Prison time's intense. Demolition is hard. Cleaning is good. You know, are you a felon? That might sometimes it's harder to get jobs if you're a felon. It would go matchmaker, matchmaker, and be like, hello, Peggy. You know, like the people, we would listen to all of the voice messages that people were leaving her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She dated this guy who was like a clown. It was just weird. Ooh, that's intense. That's intense. So that's a so that so that can kind of harm your career making activities. But then this might be a good reading for you because this can be like, hey, well, what can you do even when you have marks? Oh, stabbing. Oh, that's fine. Stabbing happens. Yeah, it is harsh. It's hard to find a job when you like lose your anger in such an intense way. It's, you know, um, how is that possible that people find soulmates in jail? Oh, your sister used to date people in jail. Do you want me to let you out? There you go. Yeah. I've known some people that have gone to jail for for stabbing. I knew this guy who he had just gotten out of jail for maiming. And he told me, I was like, "Oh, what were you in for?" He said, "Maiming." I was like, "Maiming? Holy shit! Holy shit! Maiming." He like cut off somebody's thumb, and so he went to jail for maiming. I think that was a felon. So that can be challenging. That can be challenging to find a job after having a felony on your record. But there's stuff out there that you can do, you know. If you're really good at something, then people will look past. People will look past like you know, your hardships and give you a shot, you know. People will give you a shot. Even felons have a shot at becoming millionaires. Absolutely. So, oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you are. And I think jail makes for great people, you know, known lots of people. So, you get the death card. So you get the death card. So the death card is basically rebirth. You know, it's like you have to change. You're no longer who you were. You're no longer that person that fights with others. You're no longer that person that can't handle stress. You know, it's like you've grown. You know, you've had victory, you've had challenges, and we're constantly growing. New chapter. That's right, Yellowtail Beauty. New chapter. Things change and now we're just doing it again. And I think it's so amazing that, I don't know, it's like when you're drinking, I find that when you're drinking, and I used to drink quite a bit, um, and I've been sober now for several years, but when you're drinking, your life can really slip and go backwards, and you go backwards in life, and you have a problem getting ahead, and instead of making gains in your life, you're making but you instead of making gains in your life, you're making losses and you're creating wreckage in your life. And so this is a collective reading. If you would like a personal reading on this live, Alina, it is $30. So if you would like to listen to this collective career and finances reading, then perhaps you will find something that resonates for you. So it says that there's a new chapter. Yeah, absolutely what Yellowtail Beauty said. New chapter, big changes. If you're doing the right thing, and if you are expanding and trying and looking and grinding, then your change will be positive. But if you are doing things that are betraying yourself, drinking, lying, being dishonest, if you have different issues that are like holding you back, then you may be going backwards instead of forwards. We want to go forwards. We want to go forwards. We want to do the right thing. At least I want to do the right thing. That's what I want to do. I'm so happy and grateful that I don't drink anymore and that I'm going in a positive direction. My life is so different now than it was 16 years ago. Like I've been sober 16 years, I guess. And boy, my life is just so different. So different. And but next year our lives will be so different than from today. If we look back a year from now on what's going on today, we'll see that we have come, you know, completely changed. What did they say, that the body, what is the, maybe somebody, what is it, says that the body completely regenerates like every cell, like every 3 months or something like that. Like our body is completely new every 3 months. Like the skin is new, the heart is new, like the organs are new. It's like cells are constantly regenerating, and so is our lives. As within is without, the universe is within. I mean, it's like we're all, as above is below. And so our lives are constantly regenerating and expanding and growing and vibrating and getting more and more excited, and more. So are you like killing yourself, or are you living? You know, are you accelerating, or are you disintegrating? Like, are you getting better, or are you getting worse? And so if you don't want to grow, then what are you doing? And some people don't want to grow. Some people don't want to do anything. Just stay active and you're fine. Yeah, I walk every day, and that is, I would have to say, like 2 years ago, I took this really depressed picture I wasn't walking like I am now, I was just like disintegrating. I was just absolutely a mess. Maybe 3 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago, and I took this really sad picture of just like this depressed state, and I was like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I was just sleeping all day and so depressed and lonely and sad, and I was like, yeah, I want to go forward, and so at that point I was fading. My flower was fading, and now my flower is growing brighter and bigger and greater. Sometimes sometimes we have days where we're not doing as good as usual, but other days are really great. And it's like we want to have successful days. We want to have strings of successful days. So the death card, are you shedding skin, or are you going to your grave? What are you doing? Are you regenerating? And in a good way, is your body rebuilding healthily, or you feel stuck in your career and you want to move on, but fear keeps you in stuck mode? The moment you pull the death card resonate with me, you know what you need to do. Well, above there's the Seven of Cups. And so the Seven of Cups is like, well, take a look. Take a look at what's available, have that resume. I used to always tell people to have their resume in their back pocket, to always have it updated, to constantly be updating it. But I haven't updated my resume in years. So I did. And it feels so liberating. It feels so liberating now. I'm doing a career and finances collective right now. And so I'm not getting off the topic. I'm sorry that you're having problems in your country, but right now we are doing a career and finances collective and are talking about how we can improve our lives and shine our mirrors and become greater and better people. So that's what we're talking about. So it says interviews, interviews. Three of Pentacles. You're trying to relearn a healthier way of being. Elizabeth Peterson. Sweet Barbie. There's a great book called, oh, you're in San Bernardino. I'm in Oregon. I used to be in California, but I'm now in Oregon. So there's a great book called Atomic Habits, Elizabeth. And it really helped me like get my habits in shape. And it taught me that I have to, in order to change a habit, you have to change your identity, and that you vote. And so I would do something called health votes. So every day I walked, I voted for being a walker. And so I walked every day, and now I'm a walker because every day I voted for that existence, for that identity. So if you want to relearn a healthier way of being, you vote with health votes. Did you drink your water today? Did you track your food today? Did you exercise? Did you walk? Like walking, walk, 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 walk. I walk at sunset. Like the sun starts to go low, and like that's how I know. Like I have this internal clock. Like I'll be asleep all day, but like my internal clock knows when it's sunset and I'm up and go for a walk. I walk every day right before sunset. Like every day. It's like clockwork. Except for Thanksgiving. I was out of town. So, Three of Pentacles, interviews, interacting with people. But the Three of Pentacles, this is cool. This is cool. The Three of Pentacles is the expert card. You are the house expert. This is Three of Pentacles in your environment. What are you an expert at? What are you an expert at? You are the expert. And so what can you consult people? What can you tell people what to do? So tell me, what are you like really good at? And what do people come to you and say, oh, I really need help? Like for me, for the longest time, I was the Excel guru. Like I could make an Excel spreadsheet that would make your mama cry. like I can make the nicest Excel spreadsheet. Like I can do like a whole like series of spreadsheets all in one, like with pages, and they all link up together and they print out and they're beautiful and they're shaded. Like I did property taxes, which can be kind of challenging. And hi, Crystal. Hi, Jasmine. So so I was the Excel, and everybody would come and ask me, "How do I do this on Excel? How do I do a chart? How do I do this?" And so I was known, um, take care. Nice to meet you. Well, I go live every night. I have a plan to go live every night for a year. And so I have gone live every night for the past 23 nights. So come back anytime. And we're just doing collective readings. If somebody wants to buy a reading, we can do that too. Host a class, you'll pay for it. You need to be more proficient in Excel. Well, I haven't, I have these suckers, and I have a Mac. And so now I work on Sheets, and Sheets is a little bit more difficult. I need to have a refresher course, but boy, am I good like in Excel. But that was years ago. I don't think that it's changed very much. I don't think it's changed very much. But yeah, I did taxes, and like business taxes and property taxes for like Arthur Anderson. So it's a pretty big company. And hi there, Savita. And so all of my tax returns would get audited. So I would have auditors come by the office, and they would take out my big files that had all of my spreadsheets filed down, and they everything's like cross-referenced. I goes to J, and J goes to X, and X goes to net. It all like everything flows beautiful. I did beautiful tax returns. I mean, like, and people would like, and like the auditors would just cry. They would just say, "This is just beautiful." like like my tax returns were spectacular. And yeah, I was the Excel guru. I was really good at it. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. And so, maybe I can use that. Yeah, yeah, I was really good at it. This was years ago. Do you remember the Enron scandal? Like Arthur Anderson, they were like a really big accounting firm, and I was their internal accountant. And so they taught me some chops. I got some good chops from Arthur Anderson. I really like I those were good days. Those were good days. That was San Francisco, when I lived in San Francisco. So, the 3 of Pentacles. What are you an expert at? What are you an expert at? And I bet like what you do now and what you do for life, you are an expert. And this is also interviews. This is also putting yourself forward as an expert and people coming to you. This is being a consultant, like people coming to you. What can you do for us that helps us? And so how can you market yourself and your best skills? So you guys tell me, there's not too many people in this chat, but tell me, what are you the best at? What are you the best at? I'm pretty good at tarot cards. I'm a pretty good astrologer too. I don't do astrology on the lives, but I'm a pretty darn good astrologer. Pretty good. I know better astrologers though. I used to hang out with astrologers, and we would make like big predictions about like the government and stuff like that. We would we would go art and makeup. Wow, Jasmine. Hi there. No more cray craze. Ah, thank you, Crystal. Ah, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for your prayers. Ah, thank you for your prayers. We're always getting better, and we're always doing more. We're always polishing that mirror and getting better and more confident every day. Everything we touch turns to gold. Everything we touch turns to gold. So, the expert. Now, the Queen of Cups is in your fears, or our fears, I guess we can say. So, the Queen of Cups is like, we are this emotional being. Does anybody ever like have like an emotional occurrence? Like, I got very emotional in my live last night. I don't want to. Who has anyone ever broken down at work? Has anyone ever broken down at work? Like, you don't want to break down at work, and you want to keep your composure. I guess this also kind of goes with this. Like I guess I guess like sometimes you have to take your job like a job and not take things so personally. But I get so invested. Oh, you're a Cancer. It's funny. Um, literally you customer crazy. Oh man. So like we're scared of our emotions, you know? Well, I mean, the Queen of Cups is better than the Queen of Swords, I would have to say, when it comes to your fears, because this is like worried about being pushed around, about being misjudged, about getting upset, about losing your shit. Where the Queen of Swords is just like a rage maniac, and so I think it's better to be a little emotional and a little open than to be just like this angry bitch. I think there's one is more threatening than the other. So, worried about like, can I handle it? Can my mental state handle the pressure that I'm thinking that I'm going to endure? Can I handle it? Can I handle it? Do you think you can handle it? I think everything that's thrown to us, we can handle. I worked at this one job where we had a staff psychologist, and, and so and so I had counseling sessions with me and my boss. The staff psychologist would come in and give me and my boss therapy sessions together. Turned out we had different love languages. Oh my god, that was crazy. I did quit that job, and she went and she didn't let me finish my 2-week notice. She fired me immediately. Yeah, he was really cool. I liked him a lot. But yeah, she went and she had a different love language than I did. And I resigned and I gave my 2-week notice, and I went on break, and I came back and they said, you got to go. She said she's got to get out of here immediately. She can't stay. So she kicked me out. She was so mad at me. She's like, pay her out her 2 weeks and get her out of here. So the day I quit, they kicked me out a couple hours later. It was crazy. I didn't get like a goodbye party or anything. I was so bummed because that place, they had the best goodbye parties. And so she robbed me at my goodbye party. But yeah, so I had like a staff psychologist. So the last two cards. The last two cards. The last two cards, they always they always leave you with a question. Whenever I do a reading, the last two cards never like really like sum it up, you know. They the the last two cards never like really sum it up. Like they always say, I'm doing a career and finances collective reading, and I'll do a recap. I'm getting to the end of the reading, but I will recap the reading very shortly. So it may not exactly answer your question, but I'm sure you'll resonate with this career and finances collective. So yeah, it always leads you with like, I don't know. I feel like readings always kind of leave you with more like an action step or like a question, like, what should you do? It's because it's always your choice. Like the cards will never tell you exactly what to do. I had this one client, and I'm reading her love life or something, and she just says to me, can't you tell me what to do? And I'm like, no, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. It comes up to, we all have to make our own decisions. So we get Temperance and the Knight of Swords. So these two cards together is, they kind of say like you are organizing yourself. Hold on, let me let my pup in. So come on. So Temperance. Hey there, Connie. Come on. The pup had to show up. He always shows up for the last two cards. So the Knight of Swords is where you are quickly pursuing something. Where you are quickly pursuing something. It is $30 to get a reading, to get a personal reading on this live. Right now, Connie, right now we're doing a career and finances collective, and I'm about to sum it up. So if you would like a personal reading, it is $30. And I'm Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo. So the Knight of Swords is like you're hot in pursuit, like you are pursuing something. You are on the way to finding what you want, and you're not going to stop until you get it. And you know, and really that's true. That's true. When there's something that you want, you don't stop until you get it. Like you just go and go and go. Has anybody ever like wanted to buy something and you didn't stop until you bought it? Like you wanted something so much, like this house that I'm living in. I wanted this house so much that I did everything. It took me, actually I want to ask Rob, but it took maybe 9 months for us to find this house. It's very hard to find a house in Oregon. And we had no idea how hard it was going to find this house in Oregon, but I was very grateful. And yeah, like where you chase and you chase and chase and chase until you get it. You don't give up. You know, and the Knight of Swords is definitely the pursuit card. It can also be a little bit of an asshole, but it's also a pursuit. It's also the squeaky wheel. Like you're not going to give up until you get the answer you want. And so if there is something that you want, then you're going to chase after it until you get it. But if you want it, you have to pursue it. You know, there's this idea called a quantum leap. Like having a quantum leap is where you 10 times your performance or 10 times your output, or like where you increase your life times 10. So how do you do that? And it says you do the simple unusual thing. You're constantly exhausted. That's probably why, because you want what you want. Yeah. I have to get, if I'm hot on something, like I have to get it. Like I say, ooh, I want this. I'm going to go after it and I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And so it's pursuit. So if you want to make a quantum leap in your life, you decide, okay, where do I want to go? You say, I'm getting better and better and more confident every day, and everything I touch turns to gold. I am a goal achiever and I make X amount of dollars. I make $10,000 a month or whatever you want to make. And I am loving it. I'm more and more confident every day. And I'm a risk taker. I trust myself completely. You know what? And so you really have to affirm that you trust yourself and that you're going to go after what you want. We want that quantum leap. But in order to get that quantum leap in our lives where we change everything, like it's not just going online and hoping that somebody will offer you a job. It's about being the best. It's about being the best and putting yourself out there in an excellent way so that they can't say no, that the right opportunity can't say no to you. And I believe that. I believe that the right opportunity won't say no. Like if they say no, it wasn't the right opportunity. And a lot of people are going to say no. A lot of people are going to say no, but that doesn't mean that everyone's going to say no, because the right opportunity is going to say yes, and you have to pursue it. You got to hunt it like a pack of wolves. And so you get temperance, which is so you're hot in pursuit, so you have this like I'm going to go for it. And but then there's temperance, which is balance. So it's smart, it's collected, it is clever, it is wise. And so you're digging within to find the pursuing, the thing that makes you pursue. So this is, these two cards together are really cool because temperance is kind of a funny card. Like what does it really mean? You know, temperance is like pulling your act together, you know, getting your ducks in a row. It's finding balance where there is no balance. Temperance is actually a pretty cool card. I always call it the getting your shit together card. Is getting your shit together and going after what you want until you get it. And I would have to say, here you go, pups. The cards don't say if you're going to get it. The cards don't say if you're going to get it, but the Knight of Swords is saying that you pursue it, and the Knight of Swords doesn't stop. The Knight of Swords doesn't stop until he gets it. You know, he doesn't stop. So the answer is yes, that you will get what you need to get in order to survive, like that career choice that you want in life. If you pursue it, you're going to get it because you can't say no. Has anybody ever like bought a car and like you couldn't say no? You know, it's $30 to get a reading on this live. Beware of scammers. Ola Alua is a scammer piece of shit. So beware, Mandy, for it's $30 to get a reading on this live. I don't care how much you say please. If you pay me money, then I would love to give you like the best reading you've ever had in your life. But other than that, I don't give free readings because I find that they fall on deaf ears, and then I get cussed out afterwards, or they're the most ungrateful people who ask for free readings. So if you really want a reading, and if it really means a lot to you, then you will find the $30 and pay for it, and I would give you the best reading of your life. So you get the Knight of Swords, but you have to make your decision soon, because I'm going to be getting off this reading after I finish up this reading, and I am on the last two cards. So this is finding the balance and going after what you want. You're going to get your shit together, and you're going to be able to get what you want and chase what you want and achieve what you want. So now to look at all of this, that's bullshit. I take Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, credit cards, and Wise. And apparently, like, tons of people can send money to my Nigerian scammers. So people from Africa can get and send money. So if you want something enough, you'll figure out a way to do it. So anyways, I'm not in the business of free readings. So to recap the reading, Hi there, I'm good. I'm recapping my Career and Finances Collective reading. And if anybody would like a reading on this live, it is $30, but I'm about to end the live. These are really good. So I always kind of like to go back through the reading. So it says there is an opportunity that you have, and that you're falling in love with an idea, that there's an idea that you have. I can make more money. I can excel beyond what I'm doing. I can be more. I can do more. I am more. And that you are falling in love with an idea. Thank you. And you are falling in love with an idea, and falling in love with an idea is going to give you that passion and that power to achieve whatever you want. If you want something, you have to fall in love with the idea and think about it and reminisce on it and constantly be focused on it, and then you will will it into form. And so it says, what are you betraying yourself? How are you betraying yourself? How are you not on the path? Do you not believe in yourself? You know, um, are you like getting a new job? Like if you were to get a new job, because this is a Career and Finances Collective, if you're thinking about getting a new job or a new position, like what does that look like? Do you have to stop doing something else in order to do the new thing? Can you do both? I'm kind of thinking about it. If I get a new job, what would happen with my profiles? What would happen with my followings? I don't know. I don't know. So if you try for something more, if you try for something better, Oh, you're welcome, Elizabeth. If you try for something better, then are you betraying your current past? It says that you've done well in the past, but you can't stay stuck. We are constantly growing, and our lives are meant to grow. Our lives are meant to grow. And so, if you look for something more, you may have to change everything. You may have to change everything. I don't know if you can do both. You may have to change. I'm sorry, it's $30. Yes, you can Venmo me for a reading, Crystal. It is $30, and I am Psychic Stina on Venmo, and I'd be happy to read you after I do this. And Danny, it is $30 to get a reading on this live, and if you would like to talk about your person that you feel like was your person, we can talk about it for 30 smackers USD, and I take Cash App and Venmo. Okay, beware of scammer pieces of shit on Facebook. Witchy Moms is a scammer. Witchy Moms is a scammer. But yeah, Crystal, if you Venmo me, then we can absolutely do this. So it says that you are going to take the power within your own hands and go after what you want. You're going to find yourself in pursuit of a new team, in pursuit of a new team of people to work with. Who are you going to work with? And how are you going to make this new reality work within your life? You are about to experience a great change. Your life is about to be reborn, and you're going to become a completely new and different person. Like, things never stay the same. The only constant in life is change. And so your life is about to change in a very profound way. And people are going to be coming to you as the expert. You are the expert, and people are going to be coming to you and seeking you out and seeing your skills, you know? You are the expert. You're the expert in your environment. Hmm, that's pretty cool. I want to be an expert. I am an expert. It says that you're imagining that you can find a job online. And if you look online and if you pursue it, what where you look, you'll find it. Isn't that a funny thing? Like, if you're looking for something, you'll find it where you look. But if you don't look for it, you won't find it. So you have to look. You have to look. And so if you decide to look for something, oh, great, I got it, Crystal. If you decide to look, then you'll find it. And so if you decide to look online, you'll find it online. And so it says that you're going to pursue something and you're going to find balance in the pursuit. You're going to find what you're looking for. Don't be scared for being an emotional person. We are emotional people, you know? We are emotional people. All right, Crystal. When Crystal comes back, I'm waiting for you to come back, Crystal. And does anybody on Pokemon Go? Is anybody on Pokemon Go? Let's see here. Today is the 26th. Okay, Crystal. All right. Get your question together. Put your question in the comments. I'm going to run and wash my hands real quick. Sure. Oh, I'm glad you feel that it resonated with you, Yellowtail. Yes, Crystal, I got your Venmo. I am reading you like in just the next couple of minutes. Let me go wash my hands, wash the ick off of my hands, and I will be right back. So you'll see my chair, and I will be back in the room in just a moment. So give me a second. So while I'm washing my hands, put your question in the comments. And if it's about love, tell me if it's Oh, well, it's the 26th and where I'm at. So, if it's about love, then tell me when was the last time you saw them and when was the last time you heard from them. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, snap. All right. Whew. I'm back. So let's see here. Are you with me? Are you with me? So Crystal on Instagram and it's Venmo. Okay, Crystal, what is your question? What is your question? You're so sweet. Thank you for your prayers. Like, that's so sweet. I got like another person who's normally in here and on my live sent me a message. You've no contact. How long? When was the last time you heard from them? When was the last time you heard from them? And did you date them? Did you ever meet them? Has it somebody that you had physical contact with? All right. So tell me, when was the last time you heard from them? When was the last time you heard from them? This is Atar. So yes, you've had physical contact. When was the last time you heard from them? It is $30, Shilpa, to get a reading on this live. I'm doing a paid reading. All readings are paid. I do not do free readings. I do collective readings, but you're a little late on that one. I already did a collective reading. You talked right before Halloween. So that was a month ago. That was a month ago. And how did you meet him? How long was he somebody that you dated or was it a boyfriend? And how long were you together for? We're just figuring out what the relationship is. Normally, when you get a private reading with me, I have a questionnaire that gets all the details. That I'm a bit of a love psychic, so I have all the important questions. Like, have you ever met him? So you've met him. How long were you together for? Oh, they did you dirty, and you tried to tell them, and you're so confused. How long were you with them for? Oh, it smells so good. Okay, beware. This person is a scammer. I have more scammers on YouTube than I do people, beware, Shilpa. People are like scamming on Facebook. I don't even know what to do. I wonder if I could do comment blockers or something. So you knew them for 3 months. Well, 3 months isn't very long. And 3 months, so did they cheat on you? Is that what they did? They like dated. Were you guys ever committed, or did they cheat on you, or what happened? What'd they do? Because 3 months is still really young to develop a relationship. And if you said that they did you really dirty, then it's possible you gave too much too soon, because 3 months is not enough time for someone to really do you dirty. Like, for somebody to really do you dirty, that's like they emptied the bank account, they took all your shit, they ran off with the kids, you know, like, do you dirty is like your husband leaving you. So a 3 month relationship, I guess. Sometimes because it seems like you've known them longer. You were together for 3 months. So sometimes you kind of have to downgrade the relationship because it seems so big. It's like you had like this big situation, like this huge situation. Maybe they were a narcissist. You had this big situation on your hand, and so you may need to make it smaller, because right now it's this big thing and it's out of control and it's upsetting and it's awful and it's scary and it's too much. And so let's like bring it back in. Let's like kind of minimize it a little bit and say, okay, we're talking about some time that you've known them and a 3-month relationship. So they were too fast. Well, normally there's the whole like narcissist thing where they give you everything you want and then they take it away from you, and then they take it all away from you, and then they say it was your fault, type of thing. And so, hi there, Kylie. It is $30 to get a reading on this live. I am Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo. So yeah. So the thing with narcissists is that they give you everything. They give you everything. They say, we're going to get married. So they abused you? Did they abuse you? Did they? Well, when that sounds like they gave you some VD or something. Now that would be doing something dirty, is giving somebody herpes or something awful like that. So 3 months. 3 months is, we got to like kind of narrow it down. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the cards have to say. The Magician. So when they said that when you say that they were too fast and that they gave too much, it was all a lie. So the Magician is somebody who tells you what you want to hear so that they can do you dirty, so that they can take advantage of you. Hi, Tins. So that they can take advantage of you and that you'll give in to whatever they're asking for. And so the Magician is the first card. So they always had negative intentions. The 10 of Pentacles. Maybe did they offer you like money or like the, not money, but like the idea that you could like live with them, or that they'll pay your bills, or that they'll take care of you. It seems like they offered to take care of you in some point, in some way. And the Devil is what's underneath. And so the Devil is that they're that everything that they gave to you was to get you hooked. It's like a drug. It's like doing cocaine and for the first time and saying, oh, I want more of this. Like it's you want more because it's the Devil. It gives you everything and then it takes away everything. It robs you. high-waisted and gorgeous. So they're like, they would get so jealous. The Knight of Cups. He would get jealous of your friends. Ooh. So early they got jealous. All right. So in the past, you get the Knight of Cups, which is hi there, which is that they are approaching you like, I love you. I want to be with you. Like they're very poetic, very romantic, very much like, I'll give you everything. The Knight of Cups is like the hero, it's the poet, it's the lover that everybody wants. And the Page of Wands is like, you're like, well, can't we start as friends? And shouldn't we just like take it slow? Like it seemed like you were kind of reasonable, like we're friends. This is, oh, other men at the bar. Ugh, that's kind of bad. So it seems as if they were like really intense and you were like kind of like, okay, like you didn't necessarily match their energy. And maybe that's why they were so jealous, is because you're showing off as like this really friendly person who's not as, and the Knight of Cups is like all eyes on you. Like they want you, they want to be with you, you. And the Page of Pentacles is a Page of Wands is like, we're having fun, we're having a good time. This is all a good thing. Hi Bibek. I don't know what carrier means. So the night of, so it seems as if there was like a, oh, career. If you would like a reading on this live, it's $30 to get a reading on this live, and I would be happy to answer your questions, but you do have to pay. I am not in the business of free readings. So you get the Devil and the Hermit beneath. So here it is. He has betrayed you. And the funny thing is, sometimes when people are like really jealous, it's because they are is because, does he understand that he was in the wrong? Does he understand what he did? Well, yes. Yes. Um but in a different way than you understand it. In a different way than you understand it. The fucked up thing about this guy is he did it on purpose. He did it on purpose. And so this is his MO. He fucks with women and he does what he does in order to get ahead and in order to get his way. So yes, he knows what he did and he has some reason for it, but he's conniving. He's a conniving bastard. Is that like the right word? Like he's not a good guy. And so he's kind of a slimy guy, and he kind of knows that he's a slimy guy. And so he feels like he got ahead. Like he feels like he got his um so he feels like that he got his way. He feels like he got his way. And he doesn't see it as like, I'm wrong, I feel bad, I should have done it differently, I love her, I want to make it right. Like, no, he's like, bitch had it coming, you know. He's showing up as the devil. The devil kind of cares but doesn't really care. The devil does what they want to do, um because they can. And so the devil doesn't feel bad. He said he liked you so much, but you were intimidating because you have your shit together and he doesn't. Yeah, he's the magician. He was a scam artist. The magician is a funny card, because here's the magician, like, they're putting on a show. Like, I have this, I have that. Look, flowers out of a hat. Like, I have all these things, but it's all fake. It's all fake. He was fake from day one. He was fake. He made it all up. He was trying to get you to do a certain thing. So he did you dirty and he intended to do you dirty. And when he goes through life, that's how he treats people. That's the type of person he is. He's not apologetic. He knows what he did was wrong because he knows what he did. He has some sick excuse for it, but he's not a good guy. So you get the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, where here's a situation where you guys are like fighting. It's no contact, and so emotionally there's not a lot in this relationship. You're feeling bad, you're feeling scared, you're on the out, and he attacked you. He attacked you and he made you submit. And so you're feeling upset and empty and attacked, and he's kind of coming out on top. No, I'm not in the business of free readings. It's $30. If you want to pay, that's great. If you don't, then you can keep scrolling. So you get the Page of Swords. So do you guys have social media contact, or he had you kicked out of the bar, and you don't get kicked out of bars, you're quiet. Oh, that's terrible. So do you have like, are you like on his social media? Does he have your social media or anything like that? Is there like any social media contact? It says, oh, he goes to, oh, well, maybe he's asking about you. Maybe he's asking about you. Like he's kind of keeping tabs on you somehow, or will in the future. This is actually a future card. And this can also be that you're also looking into him, asking people, have you seen him? Does he talk about me? Is he like, you're trying to find ways to see if he's talking about you. And the sick thing is, and I'm not the type of person that says people are going to go back. And I do have to say that you are planning for a fight and that you may see him again. You may see him again and be intimate with him again and go down this whole awful path again. And that would be a super duper duper bad idea. Like if you decide to get a message to him somehow, so that you interact with him and you guys get private and do the thing, and it would be a really bad idea. But it says that you're scared about the feelings you have for this person, that you have feelings for him, and this is like an attachment style thing. You're feeling anxious, you're feeling betrayed, you're feeling all these things, and so you can't stop thinking about it. Like it's like in your mind. But it says that, I guess you can say, someone's going to rescue you, that means you're a victim. So that might not be too good. But you get the Empress and the Knight of Wands, where there's going to be somebody else that's going to distract you from this person. There's going to be somebody else. It's not good to be the victim. No, it's nice to be rescued, but it's not good to be the victim. It says you're going to meet someone else, and you'll probably meet them within the next couple of months, and they're going to be like really handsome. Um, yes, and he's thinking nothing. What do you mean? Yes, and he's thinking nothing. What do you mean by that? He thinks he's right. He thinks he's right. He thinks he's in the right. He thinks everything he did was fine, and that he didn't do anything wrong, and that you're the bitch and you had to come in, and like you don't ever get an apology from him. You don't get an apology from him. But you do get into a relationship with somebody else. Somebody else comes into your life and sweeps you off your fucking feet. Like somebody comes into your life and they're like heads and shoulders above this. And it's kind of like a Deadly Do Right guy. And it might be at another bar. You might meet him at another bar, because sometimes like what he has done isn't wrong. Right. That's correct. That's correct. He doesn't see that. He sees how can I put this? He's showing up as the magician. So he knows that what he did was scammy and creepy and weird. But he got his way. He got you kicked out of the bar. And so now he can screw with whoever he wants there. He got you kicked out of the bar so that you don't have to so he doesn't have to interact with you. He dismissed you. That's what he did. He dismissed you and he took over your bar. So you knew him at the bar. He dismissed you. He's messed up, you know? He's messed up. And so he feels like, well, she had it coming. It didn't work out. I didn't want her around, so I had her kicked out of the bar. And so now we don't fight and that's that. But if you run into him, you may sleep with him again, which would be really bad. But you're going to meet someone else. And so, I always believe that our lives, like, we're put in certain places at certain times, and sometimes when we're like kicked out of somewhere, or like a place is like blocked, like a door is closed on us. Is he talking bad about you to others? I don't get that, but maybe. Is he doing You're asking all kinds of crazy questions. He's at a bar, so you don't have to be necessarily doing drugs. If you're at Alcohol is a drug. So alcohol can be worse than some drugs. Alcohol is nasty. Alcohol is a nasty, nasty devil. So, I mean, he gets the devil. So the devil is bad influences, and so that can be drugs, but alcohol is plenty. Have you ever watched an episode of Cops? They're all on drugs and alcohol. They're all drunk. They're all drunk. And if you're meeting people at bars that tend to go to bars and that's all they do is go to that bar and that's his bar, then the chances are he's an alcoholic and he's a piece of shit. So, you know, I mean, if you go out with a barfly, you're going out with a barfly. And you're saying that you have your shit together and you have your act together and you're doing well, but he's lost everything and he doesn't have his act together. It's because he's a barfly. You met a guy who's a barfly, and so he doesn't need to do drugs to be an alcoholic. So alcoholic is enough. It's enough. So you can spend all your money on alcohol. You can do a lot of damage. You can do a lot of damage. And I don't think he's getting sober over this. And if you got kicked out of the bar, then that is God doing you a favor. That is God doing you a favor. And you're going to turn out and you're going to look back on this time. Yeah, yeah, you may interact with him again, but he's a tornado. If I were you, I would ignore him. I would continue ignoring him. You may be intimate with him again, which would be a bad, bad idea. But it says that you're going to meet someone else. And so this door closing, like this bar being closed to you, is opening the door for a new location where you meet the right. Oh, whatever. Drugs, alcohol, it's all the same. It's all an escape. It's all an escape. It's all an escape. He got the devil. So he's running from something, you know. If you meet somebody at a bar, like, and that's where all you went to is the bar, and if you go to that bar all the time and getting kicked out of that bar is a problem, then you may need to check your side of the street as well. You may need to see that. I'm an alcoholic and addict, and until the day I die, I haven't had a drink in a long time. But that doesn't mean that's different. And so when it comes to like drinking, I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for somebody who's throwing their life away. but it's like they have to change. And so sometimes God will act in certain ways in order to get us to, have a come to Jesus moment or whatever you want to call it. And so if you got kicked out of the bar, that's a sign. That's a sign of something, that you need to pay attention to. You got kicked out of a bar. Like, does that mean, I mean, how much do you drink? you know and why do you drink? And I was like a pretty composed drinker for a long time, but then I lost it all. You're a single mom, you go out when it's a treat for you. See, that's a good place to be. So you don't want to date somebody who's like always at the bar or something, you know and so I think you getting kicked out of this place is a really good sign for you, because I think it's going to get you into this new location where you're going to be in a different place. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't drink at all. So hi, Puffs. I don't drink at all. But they say, I don't know, when you do a program, and there's different, there's these questionnaires. There's these questionnaires that people go over, like when they say you have a problem, and like something on the questionnaire is like, do you get kicked out of bars? That's like one of the questions. um if you want a reading on this live, it's $30. I don't give free readings. So, but it says you meet someone else. That's the main thing that this reading is saying, is that you are beautiful. You get the Empress. So the Empress is that you're beautiful. You're beautiful, and somebody's going to see how beautiful you are, and they're going to want to take care of that flower. My boyfriend calls me a delicate flower, which I think is really funny. You got kicked out when his friend was the bartender. The main bartender heard about it and saw the camera and wasn't happy and said I wasn't treated properly. It's over. you know? Are you going to fight to go back to the bar? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to go back to the bar? You know? You can try to, like, I've had like way worse decisions that I had to appeal, you know? Like there's certain things that you need to appeal, but there's certain things like, dude, then I talked about this on one of my other lives a couple weeks ago about the Deus de Machina, God in the machine. And so, in Toys Toy Story 2, I think it's Toy Story 2, where they're in they're in the garbage. Oh, you're welcome there. Yeah, you don't want to go. You don't want to interact with this guy. He's a problem. He's a problem. You don't want to go there. Um oh wow. That's pretty crazy. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go back and forth with about the bar thing. He doesn't want you there. He wants to have his way, you know. He wants to have his way. It's not a good place for you. You went on and off night, supposedly, when the main one wasn't there. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not like really compassionate when it comes to getting kicked out of bars. Like I don't drink, and I know that drinking is like, for me that's like a no thing to do. Like when I drink, I get into trouble. And when people drink, they get into trouble. And they get into trouble like this that makes no sense. And um you're somebody. Yeah, he's an alcoholic. He's an alcoholic. And and so I just feel like if you're drinking and you come into a problem, it's called wreckage. It's called wreckage. When you have a problem with drinking and a problem comes up, like getting kicked out of a bar or like getting involved with a guy for 3 months that you met at the bar, like that whole situation, and you have like a fight with somebody who's an alcoholic and you guys are drinking together, like all of this, like I always point it back to alcohol. I point it back. Like the devil to me is the alcohol. And so but that's who I am, I when I hear the word alcohol, I just say like you're bullied. You don't drink a lot. He had you kicked out because I understand. I understand. But there's nothing you can do about it. It's over. It's over. It's not like he's sorry. It's not like he's sorry or anything like that. I mean, I'm sorry you got bullied and I'm sorry you got kicked out and I'm sorry the whole situation, but it's a bar, it's a nasty bar. Like there's bigger things that are happening in life than this one night that you got embarrassed. And maybe that's like the whole long and short of it is he embarrassed you. He embarrassed you and you feel wronged. But he's not going to apologize. He's not going to apologize. The bartender that was there that night is not going to apologize. Like no one's going to apologize. No one's going to make it better. No one's gonna fix it. Like there's nothing to do. It's just a drunk ass situation. You're when you're like hanging around with drunk guys, you get into drunk guy problems. This is a drunk guy problem, and this isn't like the situation that you want. So you're saying you're in a no contact situation with this person, and that's probably the best thing. I don't think you want to be in contact with this person. I don't think you want to be in the same place as them. There was this one reading girl that I had, and she was a bowler, and she felt like right, but there's nothing. You made the mistake of going out with him. You hung out with him. He was nice at first and he gave you so much and you're like, whoa, you're coming on too strong. And then he sucked you in and then he pushed you out, and he's not sorry. He's not going to make it up to you. It's 3 months of your time that is just kind of wasted with a guy who drinks and does drugs. It's like not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not, I mean, you may feel bad now, but what you may be feeling bad about is the indignity of it. You got embarrassed. You were embarrassed. And being embarrassed can really suck. Like I hate being embarrassed. And maybe that's what is sticking with you so much is because you were publicly embarrassed. And but there's nothing that you can do except move on. Everybody else has moved on. So it's time for you to move on too, and to move on. Hi, Anna. And to move on to this new guy who is charming and fantastic, who's going to see you as this beautiful person who you are. And so you can't let this, I mean, I think it's a sign to, well, yeah, your feelings were hurt and you were embarrassed. And so feelings get hurt all the time. You know, if I had a nickel for every time my feelings were hurt, yeah, when you're embarrassed, when you're publicly embarrassed, yeah, you feel like you're being disrespected. And that adds insult to injury. Like your feelings can get hurt, but when it's like publicly, when it's kind of like, yeah, you get a new guy. But it's like when somebody puts like a pie in your face and you're like around like all these people, then you're like, and you feel shit, like shit. I got I got kicked out of like a chat room and I was really embarrassed. I got muted for saying tits or something. And it doesn't matter what he looks like. You just have to go to a new place and you'll find him in like 3 months. I'm not going to tell you what he looks like. Come here, pups. Handsome though. It's No, I'm not that type of psychic. I'm not that type of psychic. So I won't tell you. I won't tell you who it is. You'll just know that they're very good looking and they're very nice and they're sweeping, they'll sweep you off your feet. They're very helpful. You'll probably meet them and they'll be helping you with something. They'll help you. So it's the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very helpful and a real cutie pie. Sometimes they drive like a motorcycle or something like that, but very helpful. Very, very helpful. And so this is something and they'll think you're real pretty. They'll tell you how pretty they think you are, and they'll be really sweet to you, and they'll treat you like a little lady. They treat you like a little lady. They're really sweet. So they'll probably be taller than you. But yeah, yeah. You don't need to know. See, when I feel like when people ask for information that is too defining, then they miss the forest through the trees. That they'll say, well, his name didn't start with an M, so this must not be the right guy. Or they'll say, oh my God, his name starts with with an M. This must be the guy. And then you totally like blow the relationship. It's like when it happens, you want to have it happen organically, so it doesn't like explode. And so you don't walk into a relationship having too many expectations and then it'll just fail. And so no, I don't think you've met them. Give it 3 months, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just let it happen. Don't try to figure out who it is and be like, is it you? Is it you? Because I find that when people play the is it you game, that they end up fucking up the relationship and it ends in a big explosion of mess. So if you're like, oh, a psychic told me, you're talking to some guy at another bar and you're like, a psychic told me that, that it's you, that I'm going to meet you and we're going to date. Then they're like, so I try not to give too defining of information because it's just, it just blows your chances with the person before you even meet them. But you'll meet them in a couple of months and they'll help you with something. They're going to help you. They're going to help you. And they're cute. That's all you need to know. Very helpful. Very helpful. Shall wait. Yeah. Yeah, you got to go with the flow. You got to go with the flow. You can't be too, so I never give details. That's like something that maybe a clairvoyant would do. You don't like anyone normally, so is good. Yeah. Well, hopefully, but he might drive like a motorcycle or something like that. But the motorcycle goes slow. It goes slow. Sure. Any other questions? But yeah, I just warn you, like, don't sleep with the other guy again. Like, don't put yourself through that. And the new guy will be much better. Anything else? And also, let me tell you this. I say you're going to meet someone, but I'm not declaring there will be a relationship. I'm not declaring there will be a relationship. You're just going to meet someone who is going to get your mind off of this guy and get you into a new realm. Hi, Anna. It is $30 to get a reading on this live. And yeah, if you would like a reading, I'll give you a reading. I take Cash App and Venmo. That's good. I like to hear that. They say never and ever are neither for man. I've made some big mistakes in my past. How will your business do? It seems like you need to devote more time to it. That something else is taking you away from it, and that somebody needs to help you out with money, and so if you get like an influx of money, then you'll get more opportunity. So maybe you can get like a, how with all the COVID stuff, sometimes there's these like free grants and stuff like that. um there's like grants that they offer. So Anna, Psychic Stina is my name on Cash App and Venmo. And so you can pay. Did you get that, Anna? So Psychic Stina is my name on Cash App and Venmo. It's $30. So maybe you'll get some money, like some sort of a loan or a grant or something that will help give you more opportunities with your business. But you need to, it seems like it says that you're divided when it comes to your business, that you need to focus on like the main goals. So maybe you're not focused on a certain area that you need to put more energy towards. So Anna, oh, your PayPal? Okay. All right, here, hold on a second. So give me a second. Um Gosh, there you go. That's my Anna, that's my PayPal. I think you get, that's really great. I think you get, if you focus, like there's a certain part of your business that needs your focus, and if you focus on that, then you'll see like more opportunities come. That's really great. What is your business? What is your business? So maybe you're going to get like some sort of a grant. You got the 10 of Pentacles, which is like you get a donor or something, like somebody gives the your business a money injection, which is going to expand the opportunity. But it says that maybe you don't see this avenue yet, that it's the 3 of Swords with the moon. So there's like this unknown avenue that is left unexplored because you just don't know to explore it, and then once you explore it, it's going to expand your opportunities. So I think your business is going to expand. Hi there. uh you're welcome, Beverly. So something works out for you. But yeah, it's the moon, and so you might not know to look in this direction yet. So it'll become clear. Normally when the moon happens, it's kind of like, when you're like untangling hangers or like untangling a bunch of necklaces that are all tied together, and like you don't know the next thing until you get there, and you're like, okay, and then you figure out the next part, and then and then you figure out the next part. And so it's kind of like that, like maybe while you're like busy dealing with a problem, you see like an avenue open. You're like, oh, I can do this, and then it generates like a bunch of money, and then you get the 8 of Wands, where you generate like all kinds of new business that you didn't even know was available. So it's really cool. So 8 of Wands is like really great when it comes to business because it's a lot of opportunities. But it says that you have to go through a process of the moon before you get to it. So like a problem will arise, and through dealing with that problem, you unveil like a new opportunity. And so, but it looks like it's like a loan or like a grant or a donor or something like that. Like you figure out this way that somebody's going to give you some money. So, but it's a 10 of Pentacles, so it's like they grant you the money, which is really cool. Because if it was the 6 of Pentacles, that would be a loan. The 10 of Pentacles is like, it could almost even be like somebody buying the company, or like sharing the company wealth with you or something like that. So it's like a parent company. So I don't know, because the 10 of Pentacles is like money in the house of the other, like money in the house of the elder. So like a parent company comes and like gives you a money injection and then just like expands your business with like advertising and shit like that. So who knows, maybe somebody will buy your business. That would be pretty cool. I want somebody to buy my business. Anna, did you get it? PayPal.me Psychicstina. That's me. So let me know if that worked out for you, Anna. Sure thing. What did I say about nurses the other night, Beverly? I love nurses. All right. Whew. I need some water. You have a good night too. Thank you so much for buying a reading. That's really great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know how I'm making money on these lives. It just comes when it comes. So I'm just grateful for all of your thank you, Dan Yuri, or Yuri Dan. So thank you so much for your support. Like that just really makes my night. It just really helps. I'm so sorry you were embarrassed, but it's good. It's a good thing. That's sweet, Beverly. Nurses are great. I wish I was like as awesome as a nurse. I don't have it in me. Horse-drawn portrait. Hi there. It is $30 to get a reading on this live. Somebody is about to pay, I think. Maybe they have disappeared. I do not know. Hi, Madison. So it's $30 to get a reading on this live, but I don't know what happened to Anna Smith. Are you still looking? Oh, I'm so glad you follow me, JB. I'm going to grab some water real quick. Thank you. Well, maybe that's something that we have in common. We're both healers. We're both healers, just in different ways. Just in different ways. Like I've always had like this aversion to sick people. Like when I'm sick, I'm miserable. I'm like, bring me a magazine, bring me orange juice. But when I'm with someone who's like really sick, I'm like, enough already, get better. Like I'm so like I feel bad. I remember getting so mad at my sister when she had her wisdom teeth out. She had her wisdom teeth out and she was so sick and she was in so much pain. And she was like on the bottom bunk and I was on the top bunk and I was like, she was like throwing up. I'm like, oh, come on, like get me out of here. And I felt so bad that I was like not empathetic to her being sick. I was like, I didn't want to be near it. Like, and so I felt bad. You know, she passed. She was always very sick. She passed in 2016. And so I always feel kind of guilty that I wasn't like I don't know. It's like some people are just really good with sick people and I've just always had a problem. Like coughing and sneezing drives me crazy. But then I have like chronic bronchitis, so Oh my gosh. Oh, 60 is so young to have Alzheimer's. Oh, you look after 60 people. Do you look after 60 people or they're 60 years old? Somebody was paying for a reading and then they disappeared. Let me see here. So do you look after 60 people or you look after 60-year-olds? Because 60 is too young to have Alzheimer's. I feel miserable. My grandfather had dementia. My grandfather had dementia, and it was really sad. So that's fine. We got that going. I don't know what happened to this person. So we're just chatting until we find out what's happening with this person. Oh, you have 60 residents of half have dementia. The youngest is 79. Well, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. My mom, I mean, her father had dementia, so she was like 104. Oh, well, I would think if you're 104, you just naturally have dementia. It's like that's a lot of years to look after, remember. Um, my mom does Duolingo. Like she goes and she does Spanish Duolingo every day. Um, is it supposedly like using the other half of your brain, like learning music, learning an instrument, or learning another language helps you like with dementia. And so she does, so that's what she does. She does Duolingo because she doesn't want to fall into the rut her father fell into. It was so bad, so sad. He was such a brilliant man. He was a brilliant, brilliant man. He was a professor and he had a PhD in history and was an English professor and would teach Shakespeare. And he would play this game that he would say at like the dinner table, tell me a year and I'll tell you what happened in that year. Like he was just this brilliant, brilliant man. And he was a colonel in the Marines. He was in the Marines. He was just this brilliant man. And he had dementia and it was just really sad. It was just really sad. That's like so like, I worry. I was like having problems with my memory a couple years ago, but it turned out that I was taking a medication and I was on too high of a dose. And so when they lowered the dose of the medicine, I could like remember again. It was really cool. So I used to not be able to remember anything, and it really bothered me. I don't know what happened to this lady. I guess she disappeared. Let me see here. I have yes, thank you. My funds are on PayPal. Trying to figure out how to move it to my Venmo. Um, oh, it was my grandfather. It was my grandfather. My dad, my dad is a sad story. Yeah, he's more of a piece of shit. So a busy mind will do that. Yeah, for sure. How's your mind? That must be scary to work with a lot of people. It's sad because, it's really like frustrating for their families and it's really frustrating for their families to, and I would imagine that like everybody's family feels so guilty, feels so guilty because 60 people in a home is a lot of people. And so I imagine there's so many guilty families. They're like, we didn't want to put them in a home and we wish we could take care of them, but there wasn't enough people to watch them around the clock. And, you know, like to make that decision to put somebody in a home is like so hard for the families. I just imagine it's just so hard for the families. So just dealing with a lot of really guilty people. What are you gonna do? Like, some people just need round the clock care, because if they can't remember anything, they need to kinda their lives need to be minimized, so that they don't have that. My grandfather's mother, she had dementia. She lived until she was, like, 92. They called her little grandma, and so she was my great grandma, and, yeah, she had dementia. She was so cute. Quite forgetful at times. I'll keep telling them that I'll have booked myself in, and the guilt from families is sad. They become angry. Oh, maybe do they become angry because they feel like you haven't done enough, or they're like, "You should do better." Because I know when they saw my grandfather in a home, he was in a home for a little bit, and everybody was like really angry that you just leave him in a hallway. It's like there's a lot of people here. So you have a team. It's really admirable. It's very hard. It's very hard to do what you do because I mean you're keeping an eye on, and it's almost like worse than 2 years old because they're like grown people. They're heavier, they're heavy people, and who maybe have like kind of like a mind of their own. And so do a lot of them have to take what is that? Seroquel? Do you have them? Are they all on like Seroquel? They expect you to jump when they moan and complain. Yeah, and so it's like you would if you could jump when they moan and complain, you would, but you have 60 people moaning and complaining. So it is $30 to have a reading on this live, and I'm Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo, Vulcan3. It's $30 USD. Thank you for asking. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you have 60 people, like you have 60 people, but yeah, I heard that they give Seroquel to people with dementia because there's a lot of depression that comes with. Yeah, you can use my PayPal here. Let me give you a link. Um, PayPal. Hold on. I mean, 1 second, Vulcan. This is my. You might be able to in New Zealand. Is that New Zealand? That's pretty cool. Seroquel, Dopaquel. Oh, I haven't heard of Dopaquel, Risperidone, and more. I know about Risperidone. I've been on Risperidone. Yeah, they're all on some sort of quell. When I was on Seroquel, it gave me the Iggly Wigglies. Dude, I just wonder if any of them are agitated by the akathisia. Is that what it's called? The akathisia? Like where they get really jumpy and jittery and they can't stop moving their feet. Like I get so unsettled on Seroquel. I just wonder if they can express that if they get the Iggly Wigglies. I call them the Iggly Wigglies. I call them the Iggly Wigglies. So Vulcan. So let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. when that's end stage dementia or Alzheimer's. They stop eating, swallowing, walking, and then they just go to bed and die. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll be right back. And as soon as you pay, I'll get a notification, or you can tell me when you pay so I can check. Oh, you're Cancer. I have a Cancer rising. I'm sorry. Cancers have it rough. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get something to drink also. So stay put. I'll be right back, Beverly. And then I'll do a reading. I'm still alive. Okay. Okay, you sent it, Vulcan? Shannon. Oh, thank you so much. So we keep an eye out and get doctors to change. Makes them very sleepy. Hi, Believe, Hope, Miracle, Faith. You're in India, right? How's India? Okay, Shannon. Or do you want me to call you Vulcan, or I'll call you both Vulcan and Shannon? What is your question? What is your question? And we'll like take it back from there. So tell me, what is your question? Vulcan or Shannon is fine. I like that little face. Is that the Twitch face? So what is your question? Just wondering what career opportunities are coming your way. Government agency applied to a few jobs for you recently. Ooh. Ooh. So, So would that be like welfare, like you're on government assistance and they're like, and so they applied for jobs for you to try to get you off government assistance or something like that? Is that what they do? Dang. New Zealand, they apply for that shit for you. Fuck. That's rough. Oh, so they're applying for jobs that you want. So they're not saying go work in a steel mill. Or like they're hi Hollywood Healer. So they're not applying for like really like awful jobs. What kind of jobs did they apply for? So what do you do? What are your skills? What do you want to do? And I'm just curious, how old are you? You don't have to tell me, but there's nobody on this live that knows who you are. So hi. Sometimes it's tractor and excavator job and a loader driver job. That's what you want to do. Wow. You're 41. So what have you done in the past? Did like did you get off your path due to like drugs, alcohol, or like what got you? You were a dump truck driver and you hated it. I used to work for a company in America called Waste Management. It's like the big trash agency, and so I was their bookkeeper. I worked down this dirt road, and so it was for the front loader machines where they do the front loader, and they would pick up, and we would sell like debris boxes, like what do you call those things? What do you call them in New Zealand? Debris boxes, like dumpsters. Hi Trish, how are you doing? Skip bin trucks. Skip bin trucks. Yeah, so I did that for a while. I would tell people, I would make people pay their bill, and I would say, we're not going to pick up your trash if you don't pay your bill. And they would pay so fast. I was like the best collector. I was the best at collections in the whole company, and I was just a temp. I got everybody to pay their bill. We're not going to pick up your trash, so you need to pay. You were going to do that, but then reconsidered it. So why, well, how long have you been on government assistance for? I'm relating to you, actually. I'm relating to you. We have a lot in common, but the government's not applying for jobs for me. I'm applying for my own jobs. A couple of years now. And so did you have a disability, or, I mean, you don't have to tell me, but we're just chatting. Yeah. Sometimes all you need is a good nervous breakdown. So for Sumtoon, you had some interviews, but never got them. Four of Wands. And so do you have kids? Do you have kids? Are you tired? I find when you don't have a job, and this is speaking from experience, you get very tired. But you want kids. We better hurry up. Are you in a relationship or anything like that? Tired. And it seems like you don't want to do it. You like being at home. And the Nine of Pentacles, you know, having like a paycheck that you don't have to work for too much is like really nice. But a long distance relationship. But it's like having to go away from it. I can really relate to you. I'm in a similar type of situation that you're in. So you get the Nine of Pentacles, where you have this stability, or had this stability in your past, and they're taking it away. And so they're moving on from it. And so you get the funds where you're kind of happy with the way things are, but you're unhappy with your options. And you get the Eight of Pentacles, which is the whole job prospect. It may not be a bad thing, but it would be good if you drove the job, you know, if you went. It said that what is this? The World and the Eight of Pentacles. So the World is that you are going to get a job, and it's quite possible that one of these jobs that has been applied for you is you're going to get it. It is quite possible. It says that that you are going to get a job that is kind of labor-like, and you'll be happy about it. You'll be happy about it. But it says that the work might be a shocker. Is that having to, like, because you've been out of work for a couple of years, so it might be a little bit of a shocker to get back to work. And so they may, and so because it's kind of a funny card. because you get the 9 of cups and the 10 of wands as your result cards. And I'll go through all of the cards, but I just kind of hop around. So the 9 of cups is the wish card. So normally when you get the wish card, that means you're wishing for something that's unusual that you don't really get. And because it's not something that you because it's not something that you work towards. But maybe you're getting the wish card is because they are getting you the job and you're not getting the job, and so maybe that's why it's the wish card, is maybe it means that you get the job that's not based on what you want, but then you end up working harder and for like less than what you would have made if you applied yourself. So I mean, if you get the job, do you have to stay in the job, or can you keep looking for another job? Is there like a thing that says if you find another job you can quit the job they get for you, or do they say, well, once we find you a job you have to stay for a year, or do they have any rules around it? Um, I think you finding how far away is the relationship? Is he in a different country? Is he like on a different island? That would be crazy. So you can move on to another job. Because it says as maybe this. Oh, you're a guy. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So your name is Shannon, and this I sometimes Shannon. Oh, she's in Indonesia. Sometimes Shannon is a guy's name out here, but sometimes in other places it's a girl's name. So sorry, I misgendered you. I didn't mean to I'm so sorry. So um so you get the 10 of wands. So the 10 of wands is so the job that you get, it's both guy and girl. Yeah. There's not too many Shannons out there, but like Shannon for a guy name sounds like a pretty strong name actually. So you get the 10 of wands. So whatever you're doing, you're going to be schlepping shit. Does that you know what that means? That's like the best way that I can explain it. Schlepping shit. So they're going to make you do physical. I know I'm being funny, but um you're going to have to be carrying stuff. It's gonna do you have back problems ever? Do you ever have back problems? You might not be able to do the job for too long because it might hurt your back. It might hurt your back, but it'll make you really strong. So they're gonna make you like your back is good. That's good. They're gonna make you like carry stuff. So well maybe did you say hold on a second. Um Either of those things. Excavator job and a loader, tractor and excavator job. So it might be like you might drive a truck, but you have to load the truck. So, or you might be driving, but you have to like lift stuff into the truck. So you're going to be carrying, like there's like heavy lifting involved. And so you may want like an easier job, and they instead you get kind of a harder job. So my boyfriend's like really strong. They make him lift stuff all the time. He hasn't had to lift stuff for a while though. Um, so now let me see here. It says that your relationship is going to go through like kind of like an off like a hot and cold type of situation. And so it seems as if they might get a little fussy. Like I see your relationship getting a little hot and cold, but that are you trying to move her to New Zealand? Does she can she get a green card? I don't know what you would call it in New Zealand. They call it here. It's been like that already. Can she get a green card, or you're working on that? It's quite possible that happens because you get the lovers and the 10 of cups. And so I think that might be like the benefit of you getting the job is that you're able to pay for the green card and to sponsor her for living in New Zealand, because you get the lovers, which is she's like physically like in your environment, like she is with you. And you get the 10 of cups where you're in the same house, you know, you're in the same place. And so she's in your environment. And so some of the hot and cold is just because of the distance, and so the distance creates like all kinds of confusion and miscommunication and stuff like that. But then how often do you see her? How often do you see her? It must be hard to see her if you haven't been working. You seem like a good fit. Yeah, there's just a little bit of miscommunication. Oh, you haven't met yet. Well, then you'll decide. You'll decide. Is she younger than you, or how did you meet? Aw, it's really cute. Can I show you the card? They're cats. This is I Yeah, she's 36. So that's not terribly young. You see the little cat looking at the big cat. And they're like, "Does she have kids or anything?" And so do you see her eyes? Let me see if we can see her eyes. She's like looking up. Is like really cute. She has one daughter. Yeah, do you see the little cat over here? So this is in your environment. So she may end up coming and staying with you, and then you decide what to do from there. You decide what to do from there. So you getting the job may actually work out like really well. Work out really well, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It says that you want um balance. Says that when you think about work, that it seems, well, how can I say, when you're like at risk for losing your aid, like your government assistance, like that's a very insecure place. And when you're without a job and you want to know, am I getting a job, or like what does that look like? Like it's a very insecure place. And so the prospect of having work that hires you and puts you to work, it can actually bring a little bit of balance and peace and hope. This may not be something that you want, but maybe it's more like something that you need, and that it gets you to the next place, and the next place is like a really good place. I want to look down the road a little bit. I'm going to look down the road because it does look like you get a job, and you might get one of the jobs that they are, because you got the world beneath you, the world and the 8 of Pentacles. So it's quite possible that one of the jobs that is currently in your mix is something that you'll get, because it says like the attainment is now. So that's pretty cool. So I bet you'll probably be at work. I don't know about making like this quick of a prediction, but like really soon, like maybe within the next couple of weeks, you might even start. So it might start really soon. The number is 10. So it could be like 10 days. Like it could be like really soon. I would like to say 10 weeks, but it's probably sooner than that. You might get to work very quickly. It might all just like happen for you and be a real shocker. Yeah, it might be really fast. I hate to say is that fast, because that's a scary prediction for me to make, but it might be fast. It might be so fast because the world is beneath you. So the world is like the attainment of something. So it's like you already have the job kind of thing. So yeah. So you might have like an interview, and then they may start you like not this Monday, but next Monday or something like that, or next Tuesday, or not this coming up Tuesday, but like the Tuesday after or something like that. It like made me really soon. Ooh boy, I'm looking for a job. I wonder if it'll be that fast for me too. So questions for me. Questions for me. It's gonna be hard work, but let me just look. I just want to look a little bit deeper into this job. Hold on. I've been shuffling the crap out of these cards, so I have to shuffle them a few different ways. So, I mean, I may be wrong, but let me see. How are you going to like the job? Do you have anger problems? Do you have anger problems? I think the job will be cool at first because you're going to get money, and then um yeah, do they like keep giving you government support for like your first couple of weeks on the job, so you like get like double paid, like they'll pay you for the rest of the month or something, and then you, because it looks like you get like extra money, and yeah, so they do that, yeah. So I don't think they do that here, so that was just purely a guess. That was purely a psychic guess. um so it says that you'll be really happy with the money, that you'll have like this money and you'll have extra money and it'll be really great. But then it says that you kind of get into it with a lady at work. Like there might be a lady at work that you kind of get into it with, and she might not give you like really what you want, and you feel like you're being used and blah blah blah. And so it says that you look for another job and that you get like a certification. You know how sometimes you have to get like a, like out here in the States, they have like a class B driver's license where you have to get like a special certification to drive like a certain type of truck, and then you can get a better job because you have like the better classification. But it says that, so it says that you get this job and you're hold on a second. Beware of scammer pieces of shit. I have all these scammers pieces of shit on Facebook, just like, so so anyways, so it says that you kind of get into it with somebody at work, but then you make an investment. It's either you make an investment or they make an investment in you, and you get like a certification, and so you get a certification, and so it might be like a certain type of equipment that you're able to handle or something like that, or drive like a certain size truck or something like that. So and then that gives you an open door to make more money doing something else that's a little bit easier. And then it says you get a job working for like a large corporation that's in your, it could even be like a city services thing, where you get a job working maybe even for the government or something like that. And class 2 and aiming to get your class 4 soon, which means you can drive bigger trucks, and it'll open up more for you with the machinery work too. Exactly. And so it says you'll like get into it with some chick you work with. So you'll hate her. there's always some there's always some nasty woman at work. That seems like she's everywhere. It's the same lady. She's in New Zealand, she's in America too. There's always the nasty witch at work. Um, but it says that you end up getting like a certification. So maybe that's your class 4, and you get a job working for Well, like for here, like how I was saying, I worked for waste management. Waste management, they pick up trash for like the almost the whole country. They're in like 30 states, or they're just this huge company. So it says that you get a job with like a big company, and yeah, you work your ass off for them. Probably get retirement, and and it says that I don't know, is like smoking pot legal in New Zealand? It says that they might like drug test you or something. Um, and that you'll be worried, like they may test you for alcohol or test you for drugs or something like that. And so it says that you'll be worried about passing a test at last referendum. Oh, yeah, it's legal in so many places here. Was 49 for and 51 against. Wow, that's crazy. Do you have medical marijuana out there? Is there medical marijuana? That's interesting. Sounds like you were for it since you knew so close what the score was. Um, but anyway, so it says that you have to be careful. Well, it says that you'll be worried about a test, and so it's kind of like being worried about a drug test or being worried about. Oh, you're definitely for it. And but regardless of what you do, you know how even if they legalize it, there's still some jobs will drug test and they'll say you can't smoke, or you can't do this or you can't do that. So I think whoever you're working for has like a no drug policy, or they'll test for something. I'll test for something. And so it just says that maybe that's just a problem. Your last truck driving job did drug test. You breezed through it. Oh, good for you. Good for you. So it just seems like there might be something with drug testing or something like that that you'll worry. It could also be like the passing the certification or something like that. It just says that you're going to be worried about like a test that they give you, that you're worried about a test, and that there's like a stickler. It's also another Queen of Swords, another woman who has her eye on you. She's called HR. Do you guys have HR, human resources? So questions. So yeah, I think you're going to get like no, it's $30 to get a reading on this live B Fire. If you have Hi Super Smash, if you would like to get a reading on this live, it's $30 USD, and I would be happy to give you a reading. You're paranoid when it comes to driving bigger trucks because you drove off the road a few times. Whew. Yeah, well, it says that you're paranoid about something. So, but I think you do fine. I think you do fine. But yeah, I think basically you're going to take this job and it's just going to get you to the next step. It'll give you the money and the and the ability to apply for the class 4, and then you get the class 4. So it'll be really awesome. You'll do great. It's just like, it's just, yeah, I was talking about it earlier. It's just that pivot, where you go from one place to the next place to the next place. So, sure. Thank you for paying for a reading. That was really that was really unexpected. So, I'm grateful for you. But I think I am going to get off of here. I think I'm going to end my live with that. But thank you so much, Vulcan 3, for paying for a reading. Yeah, join my live. I'm going live every night for a year, unless I get a job, and then we'll see what happens. So, but thank you so much. I think I've seen you on another one of my lives, so I really appreciate your patronage. So thank you so much, and I'm going to get off of here. But you have a good night. Take care and good luck with your